அப்படியே கேமரா எடுத்து ரவுண்ட் வச்சுருந்துச்சு. ரொம்ப லைட் யாராக இருக்கு. அப்படியே பேரண்ட்ஸ் அப்படியே காமிச்சுங்க. அந்த லைட்டு
Dear students and parents, our initiation day will start in a few minutes. So please find yourself a seat to settle down and please maintain discipline. I repeat, students and parents, kindly switch your mobiles to be in silent, just to avoid interruption. Thank you for your kind cooperation and attention. Please switch your mobile phones to be silent.
டான் படத்தில் வர பெஸ்ட் இன்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜ் மாதிரி தான் எல்லா காலேஜும் இருக்கும். ஸ்கூல் முடிச்சுட்டு காலேஜ் வந்துட்டோம், இனிமேல் மை லைஃப் மை ரூல்ஸ் தான் அப்படின்னு நினச்சிட்டு வந்து எல்லா ஃப்ரெஷர்ஸ்க்கும் வெரி வெரி ஹாப்பி மார்னிங். இனிமேல் எல்லா டேமும் சூப்பர் ஃப்ரெஷ்ஷாக இருக்க போகுது. பிகாஸ் இன்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜ்னாலே காலையில் 4:30 மணிக்கு அலாரம் வச்சு 5 மணிக்கு எழுந்து 6 மணிக்கு பஸ் பிடிச்சி வரணும். அப்போது சூப்பர் ஃப்ரெஷ்ஷாக தானே இருக்க முடியும். ஸோ இது வரைக்கும் வாழ்க்கையில் என்னன்னா உருப்படியாக பண்ணியிருக்கோம், இனிமேல் ஆச்சு உருப்படணும்னு நிறைய பேர் இந்த காலேஜ் ஜாயின் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்க. மூவிஸ்லாம் பார்த்துட்டு வந்து காலேஜ்னாலும் இப்படி தான் இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு முடிவு பண்ணிட்டு நிறைய பேர் வந்திருப்பீங்க. சில பேர் அப்பா அம்மா சொன்ன ஒரே காரணத்துக்காக இந்த காலேஜில் ஜாயின் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்க. என்ன ரீசன் வேணால் இருக்கட்டும், ஐ வாண்ட் டு பிகம் அன் இன்ஜினியர் அப்படின்னா ராஜலட்சுமி இன்ஸ்டியூட் ஆஃப் டெக்னாலஜி இஸ் தி ரைட் பிளேஸ் ஃபார் யூ. We take immense pleasure in welcoming the freshers of 2022 to 2026 batch. ராஜலட்சுமி இன்ஸ்டியூட் ஆஃப் டெக்னாலஜி கிரீன் டெக் காலேஜ்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. பிகாஸ் நீங்கள் காலேஜ்குள்ளே வரப்போ பார்த்துருப்பீங்க, நிறையா மரம் செடிலாம் இருக்கும், ஒரு க்ரீனிஷ் என்வாயர்மெண்ட் இருக்கும். காலேஜ்குள்ளே வந்தாலே ஒரு ப்ளசன்ட் ஃபீல் கிடைக்கும். எல்லாரும் வேரியஸ் டொமைன்ஸ் சூஸ் பண்ணி தான் வந்திருப்பீங்க, லைக் சிஎஸ்சி, இசி, மெக்கானிக்கல் எக்ஸெட்ரா எக்ஸெட்ரா எக்ஸெட்ரா. இன்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜஸில் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ஸ்னு பேச்சு எடுத்தாலே மெக்கானிக்கல் தான் பயிற்சி, இசி தான் பவர்த்து, சிஎஸ்சி தான் பயவு சொத்து அப்படின்ற பெரிய டிஸ்கஷன் இருக்கும். ஆனால் நம்ம காலேஜை பொறுத்தவரை எல்லா டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டும் ஒன்று தான், படிக்கிற பசங்களும் ஒன்று தான். ஃபேக்கல்டிஸ் எல்லாருமே வெல் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் டீச்சர்ஸ் அண்ட் ரொம்ப ஃப்ரெண்ட்லி. என்ன டவுட்ஸாக இருந்தாலும் எத்தனை வாட்டி கேட்டாலுமே கிளியர் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஒரு டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ஸ்க்கும் ஒரு ஹெச்ஓடி இருப்பாங்க, அவங்களும் ஃப்ரெண்ட்லின்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. பட் ஓடி வாங்குறதுலேருந்து எக்ஸ்ட்ரா கரிக்குலர் ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ்க்கு சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுற வரைக்கும் ஹெச்ஓடிஸ் பிளே அ மேஜர் பார்ட் இன் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் லைஃப். அவர் காலேஜ் இஸ் a ragging free and socialized campus. ஸோ அந்த விதத்தில் யூ கைஸ் ஆர் ஓகே. சீனியர்ஸா ஐயோ அவங்கள பார்த்தாலே சொல்லி போடணுமே, வாங்க வைக்கணுமே, ஐயோ அப்படிலாம் எதுவுமே இல்லை. சீனியர்ஸ் கூட பழகி பாருங்கள், அப்புறம் முஸ்தஃபா தான். யூ ஆல் வில் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் தி பெஸ்ட் சீனியர்ஸ் இன் யோர் லைஃப். இன்ஃப்ராஸ்ட்ரக்சர்ஸ் ஆர் இட் இஸ் பெஸ்ட்டுங்க. சிஎஸ்சிக்கு ஒரு பில்டிங், இசிக்கு ஒரு பில்டிங், மெக்கானிக்கலுக்கு ஒரு பில்டிங்னு ஒவ்வொரு டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டுக்கும் தனித்தனி பில்டிங் இருக்குது. என்ன இது, இந்த காலேஜில் ஃபுல்லாக படிப்பு மட்டும்தானா? மை காட், நிறுத்துங்க. காலேஜஸில் அப்பார்ட் ஃப்ரம் ஸ்டடீஸ் நிறைய கிளப்ஸ் இருக்குது, ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ் இருக்குது, ஈவெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் நடக்கும். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ்லாம் நடக்கும். உங்கள் ஹிடன் டேலண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாமே எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு தான் இந்த கிளப்ஸ்லாம் இருக்குது. கிளப்ஸில் நிறைய ஈவெண்ட்ஸ் நடக்கும், நீங்களும் அதில் பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணலாம். வெளி காலேஜ்லேயும் பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணலாம். இயர்லி ஒன்ஸ் சிம்போசியம் நடக்கும். ஸோ உங்கள் டேலண்ட்ஸ்லாம் எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு நிறைய ரிசோர்ஸஸ் இருக்குது. ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ்லாம் பயங்கரமாக சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க நம்ம காலேஜில். ஜோனல் மேட்சஸ் வரும், இன்டர் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் மேட்சஸ் வரும். வேறு காலேஜில் நம்ம காலேஜில் ரெப்ரசென்ட் பண்ணி ஆடுற சான்ஸ்லாம் கிடைக்கும். நம்ம காலேஜில் வருஷம் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் டே கனெக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஸோ ஆஸ் யூஸ்வல் மெக்கானிக்கல் தான் ஓவரால் சாம்பியன்ஷிப்பை தட்டிட்டு போச்சு. காடு தாண்டி பெரிய பெரிய மலைகளெல்லாம் தாண்டி வந்து நம்ம காலேஜில் படிக்கிற ஹாஸ்டல் பசங்களாம் யூ ஆர் வெரி வெரி கிரேட்ரா. உங்கள் ஊரில் இல்லாத காலேஜ் சென்னையில் இருக்குன்னு இந்த காலேஜ் சூஸ் பண்ணி வந்திருக்கீங்க பாருங்கள், ஹேட்ஸ் ஆஃப்ரா. கண்டிப்பாக இட்ஸ் ஒர்க் தான். பிகாஸ் உங்கள் ஹாஸ்டலில் எல்லாம் ரூம்ஸ் எல்லாமே சூப்பராக இருக்கும், எல்லா ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸுமே இருக்குது. முக்கியமாக சேஃபாக இருக்கும் ஹாஸ்டல்ஸ்லாம். மெஸ் ஃபுட்ஸ்லாம் ரொம்பவே ஹெல்த்தியாக இருக்கும். ஸோ அதை பற்றி கவலையே பட வேண்டாம். அண்ட் டே ஸ்காலர்ஸ்லாம் ரொம்பவே கஷ்டங்க. காலேஜ் படிக்கிற நீங்கள் அவ்வளோ காலையில் எழுந்து வரதுல லாஜிக் இருக்குது. ஆனால் உங்களை படிக்க வைக்கிற பாவத்துக்காக அம்மாவை எழுப்பி லஞ்ச் செஞ்சு கொடுக்க சொல்கிறதுல லாஜிக்கே இல்லை. ஸோ அதனால தான் நம்ம காலேஜ்லேயே கேன்டீன் இருக்குது, where you can get delicious food. எப்போ போனாலுமே முடியாதுன்னு சொல்லாமல் சாப்பாடு போடுவாங்க. இந்த ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸ்லாம் என்னப்பா படிக்கிற அப்படின்னு கேட்பாங்க. நம்மளும் கேட்டா இன்ஜினியரிங் படிக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். இதே இன்ஜினியரிங்னா இன்ஜினியரிங் படிச்சவங்களாம் ரோடோட பிக்சர் எடுத்துட்டு இருக்கான்பா அப்படின்னு சொல்லி 1000 வாட்ஸ் பல்ப் மாதிரி எரிஞ்சிட்டு இருந்த நம்ம மூஞ்சியை 0 வாட்ஸ் பல்ப் மாதிரி ஆக்கிடுவாங்க. ஸோ இந்த நேரத்தில் இந்த காலேஜில் படிச்சுட்டு இருக்க நீங்கள் எப்போ காலேஜில் தூக்கி விட்டு ஹலோ எக்ஸ்கியூஸ் மீ ராஜலட்சுமி இன்ஸ்டியூஷன்ஸில் படிக்கிறேன்பா, 6th செமஸ்டரில் வர கம்பெனிஸ் எல்லா ஆரஞ்சியும் கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணி 7th செமஸ்டரில் இன்டர்வியூ செலக்ட் ஆகி 8th செமஸ்டரில் ஆஃபர் லெட்டர் வாங்கி காலேஜ் விட்டு போவேன் ஒர்க்கில் ஜாயின் பண்ணேன். ஏன்னா நான் தான் ராஜலட்சுமி இன்ஸ்டியூட் ஆஃப் டெக்னாலஜியில் படிக்கிறேனே அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். எஸ், நம்ம காலேஜ் பிளேஸ்மெண்ட்ஸ் தான் ரொம்ப ஃபேமஸ். அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் ட்ரைனிங்கும் பக்காவாக கொடுத்துருவாங்க. சரி, இவ்வளோ நேரமாக பேசிகிட்டு இருக்கே, நீ யார் பாணி அப்படின்னு நீங்கள் யோசிக்கலாம். எஸ், நானும் இந்த காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் தான். ஐம் சித்ரா ஃப்ரம் செகண்ட் இயர் இசி டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் A செக்ஷன். ஆக்சுவலி காலேஜ் இஸ் ஃபன் அண்டில் அசைன்மெண்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் எக்ஸாம்ஸ் ரைஸ். ஸோ ஃபன் பண்ணுங்கள், என்ஜாய் பண்ணுங்கள், ஜாலியாக இருங்க. Do follow Codex RIT on Spotify, Instagram and Apple Podcast. Thank you.
Good morning to our dear students and class. Please switch off your mobile phones to be silent. Just to avoid interruption. Thank you for your kind cooperation and attention. Our initiation day will start in a few minutes. So please find yourself a seat to settle down and maintain discipline.
நான் வர போகிறேன்
இல்லை
നല്ല കാണിക്കുന്നു കാണിക്കുന്നു അത് കാണിക്കുന്നു
May I request you all to stand as the dignitaries have just entered the hall. Thank you all. May you please be seated. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Each and every moment is a new beginning. Take this grand moment as a grand beginning towards success. A very good morning to one and all present here today, the 7th November 2022, the 15th Initiation Day of Rajalakshmi Institute of Technology. My best wishes for the freshers present here for your bright future. A heartiest welcome to 2022 to 26 batch. to you all for stepping into a new chapter in life. Pursue your education with sincerity and live college life in a dignified style. It gives me an immense pleasure to invite our beloved chairperson, Dr. Mrs. Thangam Meghanathan, our chief guest, Dr. Arun Sundararaman, Managing Director, Accenture, Chennai, our Chief Operating Officer, Rajalakshmi Institutions, Dr. Apurva Harishankar, our Principal, Dr. P.K. Nagarajan, our Director, Dr. R. Sundar, Head of the departments, all faculty members, students and parents. On behalf of our Rajalakshmi Institute of Technology, we are delighted to offer a gracious welcome to all of you present here. Before anything else, let's begin our initiation day with our college prayer song. May I ask everybody to rise for the prayer song? Thank you. May you be seated now. A great principle builds character, inspires dreams, encourages creativity, builds confidence, instills a love of learning, touches all our hearts and changes our lives forever. Now, I request our principal, Dr. P.K. Nagarajan, to deliver welcome address.
Respected Chairperson, Dr. Mrs. Thangam Meghanathan, respected Advisor, Dr. C.R. Muthukrishnan, Rajalakshmi Institutions, respected Chief Guest, Dr. Arun Sundararaman, Managing Director, Accenture, Chennai, respected Dr. Apurva Harishankar, respected Director R. Sundar, respected Director RSB, Dr. David Jawahar, Deans, Head of the Departments, Faculty Members, Parents, and my dear first year students, very good morning to all. I wholeheartedly welcome each and everyone for this 15th batch of RIT Initiation Day 2022. First of all, I congratulate all the first year students and their parents for choosing Rajalakshmi Institute of Technology. Definitely, we will fulfill your expectation and deliver our commitment with the support of our faculties and management. The institution was started in the year 2008 under aegis of Sabri Foundation by great visionary, entrepreneur, philanthropist Dr. S. Meghanathan, mechanical engineer by profession, chairman of Rajalakshmi Institution. The college is administered under the guidance of our chairperson Dr. Mrs. Thangam Meghanathan, an educationalist and acknowledged career guidance advisor. Dr. Harishankar Meghanathan, radiologist by profession and dynamic leader with expertise in planning and growth of this institution, guiding our institution. Our advisor Dr. C.R. Muthukrishnan, former Deputy Director of IIT Madras, guiding our institution to attain global benchmark in education and research and consultancy. Since Ever since its inception, it has set a stage for quality technical education for the students and prepares them with diverse ability, talents, and interest to meet the new realities, challenges, and requirements of global market. The college has been approved by AICT and affiliated to Anna University Chennai. RIT started with 240 intake with 4 branches, now augmented to 780 intake with 7 branches engineering. The courses offered at RIT are Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, Computer and Communication System, Computer Science and Business System, Computer Science and Engineering, Computer Science with specialization in Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, Electronics and Communication Engineering, and Mechanical Engineering. Youngest institution in the Tamil Nadu received NIRF rank, accredited with A grade by NAC with a score of 3.22 out of 4 in our very first cycle. Ranked by ARIA, Atal ranking of institution on innovation and achievements in excellent category across all engineering colleges in India. All eligible departments accredited by National Board of Accreditation received 4/4 star rating for Institution Innovation Council. Received Smart India Hackathon winners for consecutively for 3 years. National Employability Award by AMCAT for past 3 academic years. Awarded Most Value Adding Yuva College organized by CAI Young Indians Chennai chapter. Received UA Path Academic Excellence Award from ICT Academy. The institution has signed several MOUs with leading industries and foreign universities for various research and training programs. RIT has excellent infrastructure to carry out research in niche areas. We have various centers like Data Analytics Center, which is being mentored by faculty from University of Texas. Vithusa Center of Excellence, with the support of Vithusa, we are offering training on Google Cloud and Java full stack development. Intel Unnati Center of Excellence, which is going to give training on AI, machine learning, deep learning. Microsoft Azure and Power BI Center of Excellence in association with ICT Academy for Cloud Computing and Cyber Security Center. We have partnered with EC Council for Cyber Security certifications. RIT Apple Center of Excellence for developing AR applications by using App Mac systems. Center for AR VR and Center for IoT working with Kone Elevators. Advanced Manufacturing Center for Advanced Manufacturing is funded by AICT. Center for Electric Vehicle and Energy is closely working with TAFE for consultancy work. We have Center for Advanced Materials in which our faculties are working with various advanced materials for varieties of applications. Our faculties published more than 673 Scopus indexed publication and 6 Science Citation Index and publication. 60 patents have been filed by our faculty members during last academic years. 72 lakhs worth fund received from various funding agencies like AICT, NBHM, TNSCC, Institution of Engineers, CSIR to carry out R&D and consultancy as well as seminars and workshops. Training and placement cell to mold our students industry ready. We have excellent placement record. 98% of eligible students in the current academic year almost got offers. Total number of offers received is 530 as on date. Out of 102 students have got double offer, 76 received triple offer, 5 students got 4 offers, and 4 students got 5 offers, and 1 student got 6 offers. 35 students received Super Dream and Elite offers, which is around 8 to 12 lakhs per annum. And 125 students received Dream offers, which is around 5 to 8 lakhs per annum. Our top recruiters are product developing industries like Zoho Corporation, Amazon, Freshwork, Hitachi Solution, IBM, and Full Creative. Service-oriented industries like TCS, Wipro, Infosys, L&T Infotech, SCL, and CSS Corp, Vithusa, Capgemini, Accenture are recruiting our students. Core industries like Shell Business Operation, Tech Mahindra, L&T Rane Group, Hyundai Motors, Brakes India are recruiting our core students. Our new recruiters are Bishop Technology, Reddington, and Entley Group. Students' clubs of technical and extension activity formed to enhance co-curricular and extracurricular abilities. Our Bureau of Higher Studies and RIT Technology Incubator will help our students to achieve higher education goals and entrepreneurship deep. Once again, I welcome you all for this initiation day and congratulate all the students. Your success is our service. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. A good leader is someone who sees beyond themselves and really thinks about how they can move their organization forward by helping others to fulfill their potential. May I now take the pleasure of requesting our beloved chairperson, Dr. Mrs. Thangam Meghanathan, to deliver the presidential address.
Very good morning to all present here. Respected chief guest of today, Mr. Arun Sundar Raman, Managing Director, Accenture, Chennai. Our advisor, Professor Muthukrishnan, Principal, Dr. Nagarajan, and Director, Professor Sundar, other esteemed faculty members, support staff, students, and parents. It gives me immense pleasure to be here, as always, to welcome the freshers, because it is being an educational institution. What is very important is having good set of students, eager learners coming into your portals. So I congratulate all of you sitting here for having made it to the higher education portals, which itself is very good, very big achievement in a country like ours. Because with the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, you all know that there is 100% enrollment in Anganwadis, that is the preschools. There is 100% enrollment, and we all know why, because there is a lot of support given to these young kids who are joining the Anganwadis in terms of taking care of them and feeding them, everything. But as they come in the elementary school, the dropout rates, and the middle school, the dropout rates, and finally the ones that make it to the higher education is 22% of the students. So you all should consider yourselves very, very lucky with the support of the parents and your school teachers. You have made it to the higher education portals, and we are very happy. Congratulations. Now, where is the question? I am sure is looming large in all your heads. Like you all have been very eager to quit school and go ahead in your life. Now you have finished school successfully and come out to your higher education, and you should definitely think in a higher order, because you are coming into higher education. Okay? Now let me just say a few things that may be of some help to you. Of course, we have Mr. Arun Sundar Raman, who is going to talk to you about the industry's expectation and how you should prepare yourselves in these 4 years to become useful for yourself and to the society in terms of working for an industry. And we have our advisor, who is a very, very expert educationist, who has been in this education field for several decades, and he will share with you his ideas on how you should groom yourselves, and other members are here. You have a very well charted out program of orientation, where you will be guided, helped in order for you to seamlessly connect with the higher education institution and go on for the next 4 years. Now, I would like to just say, ABCD of whatever I think. Like, A, I would say ability. Your ability to build your capability. Capability building is what you are here for. Please don't forget that. It may look very fancy, that you don't have to wear your uniform. You can wear your colored dress. Of course, however, there may be some little restrictions put on what you can wear and what you cannot wear and things like that, because it's workwear. You should always understand what is workwear, what is evening wear, what is everything. There is an occasion for everything, and you should understand that. And capability building, you are here for building your capability. You are able to clear +2 successfully, and now you are interested, we are understanding that you are interested in learning engineering. And engineering is like, there was a time we had only 5 engineering institutions, that is in the 80s, in the entire state of Tamil Nadu. And there were many people who aspired to become, wanted to become engineers, could not because they did not have the facility to go for an engineering school. Now it has become rampant, I would say, but do not think that it is easy. Engineering remains same. Number of seats might have gone up, number of students who are pursuing engineering might have gone up, but engineering as a discipline has not changed. It is highly mathematics oriented. You have to enjoy mathematics, you should enjoy logical thinking, you should enjoy, or you should be good at critical thinking. All this is very, very important to become successful engineer. Please do not forget that. Because it is becoming today like, oh yes, I am becoming an engineer. I dream to become an engineer, I become an engineer. Okay, but the 4 years, you may do anything after quitting engineering, after becoming a successful engineer. Sometimes engineering is also considered, any professional education for that matter, is being considered as a kind of launching pad. And you may pursue the profession, or you may you may take to management, or you may take to any other and do successfully. But the time that you spend here for 4 years, you should make sure that whatever is being taught is understood and assimilated, reproduced and done well. This is very, very important. And this is where your capability building will begin. Because it is all nothing to do with, or somewhere in the midway you should not think, oh, I never wanted to do engineering, it is my parents who compelled. It doesn't matter. You come here, you better work hard, that's all. There is no way of telling like, oh, I wanted to do this and that. Period. You come into engineering, you have to focus and study and become a good engineer, that's it. Then later you can think about what you want to become. And B, I would say, is behavior. Behavior is a very, very important question. This shows what you are, and your behavior can tell not only about yourself, it tells about your family, it tells about your DNA, it tells about the society that you are in, and it tells about the environment you are from. So be very careful. When you just think that I don't care, I will do what I want, please think twice, because how many people you are affecting through your behavior. Good behavior brings in a lot of compliments to the people you belong to, and bad behavior does otherwise. So remember that. And in this particular campus, we are very, very keen that people have good behavior. We always encourage you to be happy. Practicing good behavior doesn't mean that you are sad. No. You can be very comfortable, be very happy, enjoy your life, laugh, dance, do what you want, but do not do something to hurt somebody else. If you think that you are hurting somebody else through your behavior, please abstain from that. Okay, bad behavior cannot be tolerated. And and here I would like to just highlight right over here, please learn how to use your cell phones. You are allowed to bring a cell phone, you cannot use it in the library, laboratory or in the classrooms. If you use them, it may be taken away from you. Please do not lead to such things. The reason why we do that, when the cell phones are meant for any emergencies during the working time. You are allowed to keep it because in case you have an emergency, you can use it. You cannot browse your Facebook or your social media when you are in the classroom, because classroom is for learning, library is for going and learning further on your own, and laboratory is a skill learning place. So do not use your cell phones in these places. And outside, when you use in a cafeteria or someplace, make sure that you do not use it in a very distracting manner. Use it very, very in a decent way, and do not talk loudly on your cell phone. Okay. So these are the things that I would like to insist on. And then do not post pictures of your friends or anybody without their permission on social media. Then C comes care and concern. You should definitely have this care for your fellow being, whether it is your neighbor or your friends or cousins, or have a caring attitude. Caring attitude calls for little selflessness. When you need to care for others, you have to be a little more selfless. Being selfish is something today in modern thoughts, they say be selfish for yourself. Nobody is going to think of you after you are not in this world. All those extreme thinkings, please do not go to. There are umpteen number of forwards that are coming today. Each forward makes you think like, in a day if you go through all the forwards that you get, you really will get very confused. Please pick and choose, because what you eat matters to your health, physical health. What you read matters to your mental health. Both are very equally important. So be very careful of what you read and assimilate. And in Tamil we say Pahuttariyadu. Pahuttariyadu is very, very important. How to distinguish between what is the right thing and what is the wrong thing. What is good, what is bad. Please get good at it. And finally, I would say determination. You should have the determination to do well in life. You should determine today, what is it that I want to do on 4th year? What should be my CGPA? I understand you all after 2 years have done an in-person exam in the public exam. The last 2 batches probably did not do a public exam in the school, and you all have had public exam with little reduced portions or something. But 10th grade you might not have done a public exam, 11th again you did not do. So your academic orientation needs little more strengthening. Please accept that. We teachers are very aware of it. We are going to work on it. We need your cooperation on that. So please understand what you did not learn in school. It doesn't matter because it was pandemic time. It was difficult. But now you should be ready when the learning is offered to you to recapture what you lost probably in school. So be determined on what you would like to do post these 4 years from today. Today you should decide what should be your future after 4 years. And your determination should tell through your actions these 4 years. You should definitely be very, very serious about your learning and your understanding what is being said about training, and what we are providing all the training that is needed for you to become industry ready. But it is up to you to understand that this is over and above the syllabus. So you need to work harder. You cannot say I am being asked to do this training, so I cannot focus on my regular syllabus. You have to do everything. This is the age you can really work 10x or whatever. You can work the maximum. The reason why higher education is slated around this time is like, this is when you can really think very, very creatively, think very, very hard and work very hard. So whatever you have achieved in these 4 years shows what your future is likely to be. With these words, I am sure you all are here with this determination to excel in life and to become a very good citizen for this country and do well for yourself, your family and for the society. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam, for your inspirational talk. You are our great inspiration to all of us. We will follow your instructions, madam. To make this occasion more happier, I would be glad to request our beloved chairperson, Dr. Mrs. Thangam Meghanathan, to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Arun Sundararaman, Managing Director, Assenger, Chennai, by presenting a memento as a token of gratitude and respect. Thank you, madam. I am profusely elated to take an opportunity to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Arun Sundararaman, Managing Director, Assenger, Chennai. The man of distinct vision and a fountainhead of illuminating ideas, an idol of knowledge, experience and inspiration to all of us. Now, I call upon Madam Pavitra to introduce our chief guest.
Our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Arun Sundararaman, FCA, ACH, PhD, is the health data and analytical practical lead at Accenture. His area of expertise is on data cloud, data architecture, healthcare analytics. He's revered and recognized in the industry for his innovative strategies, CDO, CAO in unleashing the power of big data for new business models. He's a pioneer in data platform solutions and has a career that spans over 20 years in data warehousing specialization, business intelligence, analytics solutions. His research interests are predictive analytics for healthcare payers, text mining, enterprise information architecture, and data information quality. He has got several international publications and supports research and academics as affiliate graduate faculty at University of Arkansas, USA. He is a guest faculty at Indian Institute of Management and is also the editorial board member of leading international publications such as International Journal of Business Intelligence Research from IGI Global. He obtained his doctorate in Information Quality Strategy at Birla Institute of Technology. He has got patents in test automation for data processing, data platform for automated data extraction, digital assistant platform, etc. He is Associate Editor of International Journal of Business Intelligence Research. He is also the Review Committee member at American Association for Science and Technology and the Review member of International Journal of Big Data and Analytics in Healthcare. He is a proud recipient of Balau and Paiza Dissertation Award 2014. On behalf of Rajalakshmi Institute of Technology, may I now request our Chief Guest, Dr. Arun Sundararaman, Managing Director, Accenture, to address the gathering.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for that introduction. Very good morning, everyone. Nice to hear your voice again for the first time. So, respected chairperson, director sir, principal sir, and advisor. I hope I got all the titles correctly. Very warm, greetings of the day, and thanks for inviting me and having me here. I'm sure as an institution of repute, as an institution which has been there for so long and with so many accomplishments, you have multiple choices to have, had as your a person today. And so thanks for choosing me and giving me this opportunity to interact with the very vibrant student communities and the very anxious parents who are all around here. So I know this is a wonderful day. That's the beginning of your 4-year journey in life. So all the best. First of all, congratulations for choosing to be part of RIT institutions. And when you look back your life few years from now, I'm sure you will recall that this is one of the best decisions that you have taken in your life, right? So that's the day that you are starting with. And again, all the best for a great journey of learning and enrichment as you go through this course in your sense. And I would start my, thanks. Yeah, sure. Because it's still pre-COVID or post-COVID, I wanted to stay away, slightly away, but yeah. So I would like to start with a small request, particularly to the student community. As principal was talking about various accomplishments, so many of them, right? Ranking in the industry, ranking for the knowledge, institution of knowledge, the placement records, the kind of infrastructure RIT has created and all those things. Usually, if I were to read those statements, I would give a pass so that you will all give a great applause, which we miss. So with that request, please, raise a still applause to the principal. That really signifies the kind of institution that you have all gotten into and started your life here. In a way, as principal was describing the way the institute has functions and the kind of research focus and the way the great inspirational and motivational inputs from our chairperson, I really started missing something to say, yes, I didn't do my engineering in my life, so maybe I missed going to a school like this, to an engineering college like this. I'm sure you will not admit me for a course again, but if given a choice, I certainly want to be a part of this and learning process and enjoying life once again. So on that note, for students, I would want to share a few thoughts, which is, I would say it's more of inputs or tips or something like that, but some guidance to say how you can approach these 4 years in your life. Because it's 4 long years, but we all realize that in life these 4 years will be gone like that, like a whisker, right? So it's all in our hands on how we utilize these 4 hours very effectively, very well, and things like that. So number one, yes, focus on your academics, which is the basics, foundation, right? Get your CGPAs correct, get your all the great distinctions to be in place, so on and so forth, which is very basic. That's what we are all here for as students. That's the bare minimum expectation that not your parents have of you, but I would say each one of you should have of your own expectation, right? To say yes, every day when I start my day, this is what I should be achieving from an academic record perspective. So, but that is what we call as in the corporate world as the clinical eligibility. But it does not take you beyond certain point. That's just like saying, okay, I got my booking for something done. But what will distinguish you is something that you should always keep looking at. How do I differentiate myself? How do I distinguish myself from everyone else? So it's not a competition. It is more of pushing myself, pushing my own individual to be better or different than others. So it's not about a common race where we all need to the CGPAs or the academics can be a common race, but then the other aspect of distinguishing ourselves and differentiating ourselves is not a race. It is about how do I enrich myself based on my interest, right? So it could be various avenues of learning, particularly in an institution like this where you have got choices of the papers to choose, or the choice of contribution you want to make to the research, innovation, so on and so forth. Continue to see what interests you, what is the passion. I won't say you'll be able to find that in the day 1 or day 2. It may take some time, but no pressure, no anxiety. Spend your time, but keep asking this question to yourself as to what do I want to do in these 4 years, different or additional, in addition to just coming out with some good scores in the academic track, right? So that is some question I would say each one of you should ask yourself on a daily basis. And what would it mean to you, and what it will do for you is something that automatically, unknowingly, you will get into this, very positive trap of trying to learn beyond the classroom, beyond what your, immediate faculty assigns you. And again, as Madam said, it's no more a kind of a school environment where there is, you learn only from the faculty or the students. Of course, the faculty, the experienced faculty share their experience and knowledge, but they will also kindle you to think beyond the classroom, right? They will also give you assignments, or they will give you problem statements which, they would know the answers or they would want, but they would want you to do learning, self-solving, and then come back and share your experience and share your ideas as to, how you are able to solve those problems. So look for that. I think even in the prayer song, we had this phrase, right, which was Vandeham Jnanadam, right? What does it mean? It means Aham Jnanadam Vande, which is I pray to the body of knowledge, right? So that is what that signifies. So it need not be, let's not look at it as a religious prayer or whatever. It signifies, it is very relevant for an institution like this, because it signifies that, I prostrate before the whole embodiment of knowledge, right? So that is what it is. So please, I would repeat this in any other institution that I go, but it was so inspiring when I heard that word, which is, Ahamande Jnanadam, which is like every day we need to see, how do I increase my knowledge levels, how do I increase my, learning levels and things like that. So that's number one. And number two is, please, again, this is my advice or inputs to the students. Please don't be constrained by, your own course alone, right? Which is, for example, if someone of you have taken the core like mechanical engineering or some other, stream of engineering, just, learn that. But in addition, try to see, either within the institution or beyond that, now how do you want to, learn some of the basic skills, right? Today, software or computer essentials is so pervading, every industry, right? In fact, we have seen in the corporate world, I come from advising clients, working with banking clients or financial institutions, or even hospitals and insurance companies, health insurance companies, where software has pervaded so much into their world, where their style of working, the style of serving their customer, the style of a doctor rendering a quality medical attention to a patient has all changed with the aid of software, right? So so much so that software applications has become a kind of universal basic knowledge of sorts. So try to learn that as well. Again, no pressure, but try to see how you can incrementally learn that, because that's like become a common denominator of sorts in the current world, and it's going to be becoming more and more aligned towards that only. And I think on that note, the kind of specialization that RIT offers, be it AI and be it data science, artificial intelligence, data science, or computational engineering, all these kind of come together and make yourself a holistic individual, right? So try to excel beyond your routine, your course curriculum itself. Try to learn something incrementally so that you become well-rounded, number 2. And third is something I would always want to share is, enjoy the moment, right? I mean, learning is there, academics are there. I'm sure principal will publish an academic calendar very soon, saying in your 31st day you'll have to give some exam, and your 42nd day you'll have to give some project submission, so on and so forth. So which will be there, you need to follow this. This is more like a pressure test, right? To bring out the best best from you. So while you focus on that, also enjoy that, okay, this is not a pressure on me just to score on that day of 31, but or whenever the test happens, but how do I use this opportunity to read more, to learn more, use the excellent facilities in terms of the library facilities or the net facilities, or so many subscriptions, the digital subscriptions that the institute has created. All this is sources of additional knowledge and wisdom for you all. So please tap into that, try to make maximum use of that actually, right? So only when you seek, knowledge is something which exists everywhere, right? It's just that we need to be conscious that yes, it is omnipresent, number 1, and number 2, we need to seek that, knowledge is something that doesn't come to you for free, we need to go after that. But I mean, my theory in life is, wealth is something that even if you don't seek, on a good day it will come and hit you. It might come and hit you. It will reach you. If it is destined to reach you, it will reach you. But knowledge is something that unless you do your efforts, unless we take our own efforts, it will not reach us. So go after that learning through using all the facilities and things like that, and being open to learning, in a very good, fun and encouraging way. So that the reason why I want to say this is, the moment we say learn 40 different subjects or learn 30 different languages, the pressure sets in. And in a pressure mode, we don't learn. We only go through the process of completing just the preparation for the exam day, not beyond that. Whereas if we enjoy and learn something and enjoy, put your best and do that, it becomes what we call as internalized, right? The knowledge gets internalized, right? Some of the very fundamental concepts have to stay so green in your mind even when you reach 80 or 90 ages, of your life, which is so, it has to be so deep rooted, and that deep rooting does not happen if you take, unless you take education with the joy of learning, right? So that's something that I wanted to suggest. And the fourth aspect I wanted to suggest, I think I'm counting correct, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth aspect I want to suggest is, make best use of avenues where you can share your learnings and experiences and knowledge, which is like, going to some of the industry events or some of the conferences, seminars, workshops, present your ideas, present your papers, right? The ideas can be at various stages of evolution. It can be at a very early stage. And the good thing is today, There are, gone are the days when we used to have conferences to present only when the solution is almost ready or when your research work is ready to be published and so on and so forth. Even today there are conferences which have sessions just to bump up your ideas. It can be an initial stage of your idea. You have just thought about it, you have thought about the framework of the solution, but still go to the conference, present it, because at the early stage there are few others who join the conference and share some ideas to say, okay, why don't you improvise your idea this way, or you might want to implement it in a particular way versus how you have thought about doing it and so on and so forth. So that gives an immense source of, that becomes an immense source of learning for us to shape up our ideas, shape up our thoughts. The ideas, every idea is a good idea, as we keep saying, that every idea is a good idea. Only those ideas are not good ideas or bad ideas which are not exposed to the outside, beyond yourself. Only those ideas are bad which are kept to yourself. So share your ideas and go after these kind of conferences, events, and innovation forums, hackathon competitions, so on and so forth. Right? So those will be in addition to your extra efforts, in addition to your engineering efforts, but your core academic efforts. But please don't lose sight of that. That is going to be very, very important. And fifth one is again my focus on innovation. Right? Today, more than any other, in the last decade or so, if I look back, both the industry and academics are set in a very, very vibrant environment where both of us have started coming together much more closer, right? If I take, I've been in the industry for about 3 decades now. If I take about my own experience about 10 years back, the disconnect between industry and academics was so huge. But now we have, we learned in the inaugural speech that Virtusa has set up a center of excellence. And I'm sure that's just the beginning. We have more and more such industry associations to come in and enrich your learning experience. So the point I'm trying to make is, make your best use of all those COEs, research institutions or research lab setup, and contribute to the innovation ideas. It's not a number game to say, okay, this year our institution has generated 500 ideas or 600 ideas, which is important. Number of ideas is also important, but try to make very impactful, very positive, focused ideas. I'm sure if you articulate the right idea in the right way, in the right forum, there will not be any stopping you, right? There's nothing, no force can stop you in terms of either getting the funding or getting the sponsorship or getting an industry project affiliation or whatever, right? If we call it co-innovation, the sky is the limit. So don't keep the ideas to yourself. I'm sure each one of you, although you are starting your day one, have hundreds of ideas within yourself as to how you want to change the society, how you want to use the technology, how you want to do better, place, how you want to make this planet to be a better place to live, so on and so forth. So bring all those ideas, capture those moments, but you will have your time when you have to share your ideas. So don't hold back your ideas if they are, something that you are very passionate about. So bring them out. So, and I've gone through this phase, right? I have an idea in my mind, but I don't share it because I always feel apprehensive to say, okay, what about criticism? How will people react? Is it such a great idea? People may, punch it, people may knock it, so on and so forth. So dump all those thoughts and go for sharing your ideas very openly, very openly. And last, the sixth one input is, we all know and we all know that there is a lot of focus and drive that has happened when it comes to the placements and so on and so forth. Don't fix your mind only on placements from day one. That's an event that will happen at the right time when you are into the third year or whenever that happens in your institute. So, and you will get your right inputs, guidance, coaching from your placement officers, from your faculty on how to crack that, so on and so forth. So don't look at that as your end state. Your end state should be, how do you learn from this and how do I go beyond the placements. It could be, there is an entrepreneurial fire in each one of you or in many of you. So try to see how do you want to continue feed the fuel to that fire and not kill it just in the race of having to meet the placement track or something like that. Or it could be somebody is more focused on research orientation to say, okay, after 4 years I want to continue my research, PhD or whatever, right? So again, don't kill that thought if you are very passionate. Of course, question yourself as to, is it the right thinking, or, is it a fancy thinking versus the real passion for you? And there are mechanisms within the institution to help you, guide you, shape up those, thoughts, but don't kill them. And on that note, my request to the parents also, I'm sure there are, quite a number of parents here, and parents who are watching this on the YouTube live channel. The request to the parents is also just two small requests. One is, don't put your words onto pressure to say, what has been your mark, what has been your score, so on and so forth. You have done that enough in your life. You have done that for 12 years of schooling that your kids have gone through. Please stop that today. Let them, drive their own. I mean, it's like you're putting them with a license, with a good car, on a very good safe road. So let them drive themselves. You don't need to be backseat driving to say, okay, go left, go right, or pedal up or fuel up, and so on and so forth. They will be their best drivers from today. So leave it onto their own. Of course, you will be, guiding from beyond, or you will be observing from here. I'm not saying take your hands totally off, but don't meddle with their path. Is my suggestion or request. And the second request is, again, when they blossom up into what they want to do beyond these 4 years of course, meaning going for an entrepreneurial venture, or going for a research work, or going for higher studies, please encourage them, motivate them, of course based on the economic conditions of the family, so on and so forth. All those factors will need to be considered, but don't kill your idea just by saying, okay, you know what, the daughter of my neighbor, 10 houses, a neighbor has gotten a secure, has secured a placement in 2 companies, so you should go after this and all this. So that it's not a one-to-one comparison at all. The world is plenty of choices. The world is full of choices. Please let them choose what they want to do. Right? With those 2 requests to the parents, and with those 6 inputs to the students, I would also once again say, enjoy every bit of it, enjoy every moment of it. Of course, there is a framework of what that enjoyment means, right? You have to follow that limits and path and things like that. But enjoy every moment, have fun, have the best of the learning. So with that, all the best to you all once again. I'll be glad if when I come back after 4 years to see all of you graduating with flying colors and making the life choice for yourself on your own. With that, once again, thanks for having me here. All the best, and have great learning experience. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enthralling speech. All great leaders choose great advisors, people they trust for their governance. Now, I request our advisor, Dr. C.R. Muthukrishnan, to felicitate the audience present here today.
Respected Chairperson, Dr. Mrs. Thangam Meghanathan, our Principal RIT, Dr. Nagarajan, our Chief Guest, Dr. Arun Sundararaman, Managing Director, Accenture Chennai, Dr. Sundar, Director RIT, Dr. Hari Meghanathan, Vice Chairman, and Dr. Mrs. Hari Meghanathan, our academic Dean, distinguished faculty of RIT, and my dear students and parents. I'm very happy to have a few minutes to share some thoughts with you at this occasion. This is your first day at RIT, officially. And you'll be spending 4 years here. In 2026, all of you, I hope, will graduate with a degree in your hand and go out into the world. You have chosen to study engineering, and you will have many more options open up when you have your degree in your hand. I know many engineers who have been in the field of engineering, but in the field of engineering itself they have moved much farther from whatever they studied during their degree programs. I also know engineers who have gone into politics, management, social service, what have you, business, entrepreneurship and so on. So you'll have a wide range of choice. Now, you have made the right choice to come to RIT and choose engineering. Having done that, I think you must now work on how you can get the most out of it. And that is in your hands. Even though the system, the curriculum, the facilities, the teachers and so on will support you very much, it's different from, distinctly different from what you went through in school. In school, you were more closely guided by your teachers and the programs, the different subjects and so on. However, in college, you have much more freedom both academically and in an overall sense. You're also in an age group now where you're itching to become more free and enjoy the freedom that you have. So how do you manage this is an important question. You have to make it work for you because it's in your hands. There are a few things very important in approaching this. What you learn is important, it's the foundation, but more important is learning to learn. Things ahead in future, this is a 4-year program and you would have a productive career or productive professional stint for 4 decades or so after that, 40 years. And a lot of things will be very different and will change. In fact, some of you would have noticed even at the age of about 17 or so, if you look back at between 5 and 15, the 10 years, many changes have happened around you. And you have been able to take to it in a very comfortable way like fish taking to water. However, as you go further, there will be many more change. I can drive home this point by mentioning the changes, some of the changes I have encountered in my professional life of about 6 decades. The transistor was invented in 1958 and the bipolar world of communism and capitalism broke down, USSR broke down in 1989. There are many changes. The Berlin Wall came down. Subsequent to the Second War, we have had a lot of conflicts in the world. We have a lot of technological developments, some of which has touched society in a very deep manner and in a manner where there is no going back from it. And there is a lot of expectation with technology touching so many different fields to be the savior and solution for many of the problems. Technology also has created problems along the way. Indiscriminate use of technology and engineering has resulted in issues of climate change, sustainability and so on, environment and so on. So it's very important that you learn to learn. You become self-learners. So self-learning doesn't mean you shut yourself in a room and learn. You will have to use everything around you, your colleagues, your ecosystem, all the resources and so on, but continue to learn. And as you go further, you can become more focused on what you want to learn. At this stage, you are going to acquire some fundamentals, some basics, and also some degree of specialization. The 4-year program is designed to give you some knowledge, some skills. What is valued in industry is skills and competence. What is valued in profession is skills and competence, and not knowledge itself. Of course, skills and competence are derived from knowledge which you will acquire. There's something which is foundational, but some of the knowledge that you acquire will also obsolete later. So in order to make the best use of this 4-year program, as they say, you need to be steady but not slow. Steady and speed wins the race, not being steady and slow. The old adage used to be being slow and steady you can win the race. The new adage is be steady and with speed you can win the race. It is a competitive world. Our chief guest also mentioned that you have to make yourself good at something, and which means that you have to know yourself better. Knowing yourself better means knowing what you like, what moves and motivates you, what is it that you enjoy doing, and so on. There will be a reasonable amount of choice in terms of curricular, co-curricular and extracurricular activities in RIT, and we have considerable amount of investment available to students in the form of resources for projects and activity beyond the curriculum, beyond the university curriculum. So we must make best use of that. It was also mentioned by our chief guest. And the opportunities to make use of these are things like participating in various events, technical events, and also in events where you have the opportunity to listen to experts from the field and so on. There will be industrial visits, there will also be internships. So I hope all of you will make the best use of this, and it's very important that you sail through the curriculum with a degree of comfort, and that you can do provided you are systematic and do not postpone things. Many of you have experienced 2 years of COVID lockdown and so on, during which things were very different, but that has also made you in many ways given you the ability to learn by yourself through various resources like accessing the net, virtual classes and so on. Examinations are important enough because it gives you an assessment of yourself. Don't look at them as somebody else is assessing you. It gives you a good indication of where you are with respect to what you're being exposed to, what you have to absorb and apply in terms of solving problems and so on. So one of your goals should be nil arrears. It's very important, and it's not difficult to do. So I think that will take care of the curriculum. So these 4 years of experience, even though it's a small period compared to what you will face later in your life, they are very significant and important. So about 1500 days from now, I hope to see all of you with a degree in your hand and a bright future ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspirational, motivational speech with an eco-friendly verse. A teacher is a compass that activates the magnets of curiosity, knowledge, and wisdom. True teachers use themselves as bridges over which they invite their students to cross them. Having facilitated their crossing joyfully, encouraging them to create bridges of their own. Now, I request our Dean Academics, Dr. D.C. Joy Binnie Weiss, to introduce the head of departments and senior professors.
So very good morning to one and all present here. At the very outset, I wish all the newcomers a warm welcome to our institution. We are very thankful to all the parents for giving us a chance to develop the future career of your children in our college. Now, let me introduce the key people and senior faculty members of our institution. Dr. P.K. Nagarajan, our principal, a very good administrator. Sir is having 24 years of teaching experience and he has held several administrative responsibilities in various institutions. Published 44 SCI Index journals and 10 Scopus Index journals. Guided
8 research scholars for the PhD. Received fund of worth 19 lakhs from DST through Young Scientist Scheme. His area of interest is nanofluids heat transfer, solar thermal definition, system design and development. Dr. R. Sundar, our director, expertise in research, backbone of all the proposals submitted by our faculty to various organizations. Sir is having over 38 years of combined academic and industrial experience. He has been in the industry, driving, guiding and mentoring technical teams in state-of-the-art development and implementation of system solutions and products. He has several research publications and conference papers to his credit. He has several ongoing and completed sponsored projects from DRDO, ER and IPR, DST, IDP, GTRE DRDO, RCI DRDO, and DST sensors in different areas of technology. Myself, Dr. Joy Winivas, Dean Academics and Director IQAC. I am having a rich experience of 28 years and I have published nearly 52 papers in reputed journals. I own 2 patents. I am a member of Syllabus Training Committee for Regulation 2021 Anna University. I am a reviewer for reputed international journals. I have authored several books. Recently, I have published an international book, Microprocessor and Microcontroller. My research area is wireless sensor, networks and parallel processing. Professor Rajeshwar, Dean Mechanical. Sir is having rich experience in teaching and research, 25 years of industry experience and 15 years of teaching experience. He has published many papers in referred journals and guided many projects for consultancy work. He is an expert in the domain of manufacturing engineering. Dr. T. Rajendran. He is heading the Department of BE Computer Science Engineering and BTech Computer Science and Business Systems. He has more than 13 years of teaching and research experience. His research interests are network security, ethical hacking, cloud computing, and semantic ontology. He has published 15 articles in international journals and 16 publications in national and international conferences. In national level, he is a reviewer of reputed international journals and has been a session chair for various international and national conferences. Dr. A. Arti, heading the Department of BTech Artificial Intelligence and Data Science and BE Computer Science specialization in Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. She has 25 years of teaching experience as a faculty in engineering and technology. She has been the author of 12th standard textbook for computer applications, Directorate of Public Instruction, Government of Tamil Nadu, and she has reviewed the 12th standard textbook for computer technology, Department of School Education, Government of Tamil Nadu. She has received Silver Partner Faculty Award and Bronze Partner Award in the year 2020. Dr. G. Nirmala Priya, head of the Department, Computer and Communication Engineering. She has 21 years of teaching and research experience, including 7 years of research experience in the field of image processing and pattern recognition. She has published over 30 research papers in referred international journals. Her area of research includes image processing and pattern recognition. She has published her patent on the work IoT-based automation of water supply and theft. Dr. S. Manjula, head of the Department of Electronics and Communications. He has total experience of 12 years, which includes teaching and research. Area of research interest is real-life design. He has published 27 international journals and 3 patents. He is also a reviewer of various journals like International Journal of Electronics Communication, Microelectronics Journal. Dr. S.K. Rajesh Khanna, head of the Department, Mechanical Department. His area of research is industrial engineering and having an experience of 18 years, he has published 164 journals and 6 patents and authored 2 books. He has received Best Teacher of the Year
Best Research Award in the year 2022 from SKCET. Dr. Enu Malai, Head of the Department, Science and Humanities. Sir is having teaching experience of over 26 years, actively taken part in administrative work, published more than 45 research papers in both national and international reviewed journals. SAT has produced 3 PhD research scholars and currently guiding 2 PhD scholars. Published 2 textbooks on Engineering Mathematics 1 and Engineering Mathematics 2. Dr. R. Kumar, Senior Administrative Officer. He holds about 24 years of teaching experience along with a decade of research experience and have published 20 plus research papers in international journals and conferences. His areas of interest include e-learning, knowledge management. He is a reviewer for reputed journals like Knowledge Management Research and Practice, Electronic Journal of Knowledge Management. He also received a funding of Rs 28 lakhs from the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India for a project titled A Visualization Framework to Enhance the Learning of Hearing Impaired Children. Professor Prince Bakera, Head Outreach. He is mechanical engineering graduate and having 17 years of experience. He coordinates in organizing the various programs for the school students in our campus. Dr. Sai Krishnan, Placement and Training Officer. His PhD area is Structural Material Composites and his experience is 6.5 years and has published more than 60 papers in reputed journals. Received 20,000 from DST IEDC for conducting the Entrepreneurship Awareness Camp. He has received Best Coordinator Award from ICT Academy for organizing UiPath Robotic Process Automation course. Professor Darwin, Industry Relational Officer. He is having 8.5 years of industry experience. He is coordinating all the industry interaction programs like guest lecture, industrial visit, internship, industry consultancy project, business incubator for our students. Dr. Chandra, Coordinator for Exam Cell. She is having 23 years of teaching experience. She has published 3 patents. Also, she has published around 34 papers in national and international journals. She is awarded as Young Women Scientist 2020 by Dr. Abdul Kalam Education Trust. She has also received the Research Ratna Award for the Best Researcher in the year 2018. Dr. G. Muthu, coordinating the institution's Innovation Council. He has teaching experience of 18 years and industry experience of 4 years. He has 15 journal publications and published a patent titled Design and Development of a Smart Suit for Assisting the Pregnant Women. Dr. C. Ganesh, MBA Coordinator. Sir is having 26 years of experience. He has published 26 research papers, produced 4 PhD research scholars in Anna University, and his area of interest is control systems, and he has published the book Principles of Control Systems and won 4 patents to his credit. Dr. D. Naharajan, Research Coordinator. He has 22 years of experience in both academic and research in national as well as international institutions. He has published 125 research articles in international reputed journals as well as serving as a reviewer for many peer-reviewed journals like IEEE Transaction of Fuzzy System, Neurocomputing, etc. He has 1 grant patent on his credit and having 1 MSME startup company. He is having collaboration research with various countries like Malaysia, Morocco, Turkey, USA, Indonesia and Korea. He is the chief editor of 3 journals, also co-author of 3 books published by different publishers like Lambert and National Trust. Mr. M. Shanmugave, librarian. Our librarian is having a rich experience of 20 years. He is responsible for overseeing the daily operations of library. He supports his students to find online articles, research materials and books. Mr. Jyoti Basu, Physical Director. His Master in Physical Education. He is having 10 years of experience, a national volleyball player. He has won bronze medal in All India University Volleyball match, a part of Junior State Tamil Nadu Volleyball team, and he has completed an international course in FIVB Level 1 in volleyball. Once again, I heartily welcome all the freshers to our college and ensure that we will do everything possible to equip you with the best possible teaching resources, practical exposure and training methods so that you are able to shape your life and career for a challenging world. I hereby wish you all a very happy and academically fulfilling journey ahead and an outstanding stay in the college. Work hard, shine well, and I pray Almighty for the successful completion of your course. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Let's be grateful to the people who make us happy. They are charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Now, I am glad to invite our director, Dr. R. Sundar, to propose vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to all the fresh students here to our institution, and welcome to their parents too. It is my pleasure and privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. First and foremost, I should thank our chief guest, Dr. Arun Sundaraman, for taking his time to come here and be with us and also share his experiences. Sir, your motivational talk, your enthusiasm and encouragement for students are very welcome. I am sure they'll remember your words. The students will remember them not only through their life here in this institution, but beyond too. Thank you once again, sir. I'd like to place on record our thanks to our chairperson for making it possible for all of you to be here. She's been a source of encouragement, constant source of encouragement and inspiration for all of us here at RIT. Thank you, madam. Thanks for your words and encouraging the students and making them be aware of what their responsibilities are and what they have to do as students of this institution and ensure that they maintain the institute's name even beyond in their life. Thank you, madam. I would also like to place on record our thanks to our principal, Dr. Nagarajan, for showcasing what we have done by sharing our annual report with all of you. As you can see, there are many opportunities here. Students have been able to do a lot of wonderful things, not only enhance their knowledge, but in the process also ensure that they put in their bit and showcase their talent as part of very many activities that we have here in this institution. We encourage all students to be part of this right from the early days of this institute, your early days in this institution, and ensure that you associate yourself not only with the regular academic program, but with all of the other facilities that are available. And these have been made to ensure that you are able to get a good widespread knowledge and also ensure that you can put your interest at heart and ensure that you take a certain focus and do some good development with the hope that what you develop will be useful for society at large. Now, it will not be right for me to just stop with this. I would also like to thank all the faculty who've been here, not only for this initiation day, but we continue to be here for you. And so, thank you all, thanks to all faculty and the support administrative staff who have made all of this possible. Oh, sorry about that. I sort of missed it in the process. I'm sure I should thank our advisor too. And he's been a source of not only inspiration, but in thoughtfully seeing how we can make progress for our institution the right way. He's been with us all along. He is always with us. and ensure that the faculty have the right views, discusses with all faculties, discusses on all major decisions that we take in the institution. Sir, thanks for sharing your views on what the students should focus on. Thank you once again. Pardon me for not mentioning the name earlier. Right? I didn't note down anything. I was just reading off my mind. So pardon me for that once again. So thanks for all the support staff who have also been with us to make this event possible. Thanks once again. And to all students, take advantage of the opportunity. I think people have given their views, their ideas, and have shared their experiences with you. What matters is what you do and how you absorb this knowledge. Everything is available to you here, facilities are available, but what matters is how you're able to put it to good use and ensure that though the present day might throw in a lot of distractions, you stay focused on this learning. And in fact, as our advisor said, learning is not just what you do in these 4 years. Learning is something that you have to do all through your life. In fact, over the past couple of decades and more, we have seen that the changes that take place are so fast that everybody has to continuously learn. You learn not only at the academic environment, but in wherever you work with, and in the process of what you work, how you work. In fact, I'm sure all faculties would also agree with me that even faculties, though they stand as teachers in the podium, in the classroom, they learn from you students. They learn from what it is that we are unable to convey and therefore improve upon, and when next time they do the course, they do it better. And so in that sense, all of us continuously learn. I think learning is something that has to be there, and it should not be seen as something that we are forced to do. So with that, and with these words of our chief guest also, I think it's important to have fun while you learn. And I'm sure all of you will also feel that. So enjoy your stay here, learn, enjoy as you learn, and best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we have come to the conclusion of the initiation day. We wish you all success. Let's conclude this event with the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जगधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. Please remain standing until the guest of honor leaves. Students, please remain standing. Students, please be seated. Students, remain silent. Your class in charges will take the responsibility of taking you to your respective classes. So please remain silent. The concerned class in charges, please come forward and take the responsibility of taking the students to your respective classes. Dear parents, you are requested to have your lunch. Dear parents, you are requested to have lunch in our institution. Section A students, your class room number is C201. A section, class in charge, and the students can go to your class. A section alone. Please, this is for A section alone, the concerned class in charge, and the students are asked to go to your respective class. B section students, your class room number is B202. C2, I'm sorry, C202. For B section, C202, the class in charge, please take the responsibility of your students. For section A, it is Devi Priya, and for section B, it is Dr. B. Janani. Now section C, you will go to C203. Your class in charge is Dr. S. Harikumar. So please take the responsibility of taking the students to the concerned class. Now section D students, your class in charge is Dr. Sridevi. Madam will take the students to B003. You will go to B003. Students, the remaining students kindly maintain discipline.
Perfect.
Section E, your room number is B004. Your class in charge is Dr. Balanaga Karthik. Sir will take the responsibility of the students. Parents can have lunch. Parents are requested to have lunch. Students, after your classroom briefing part, you can have lunch. Okay, now you will go to your classroom. After briefing session, you will have lunch. Section F, students, A101 is your classroom. Dr. A. Shweta will take the responsibility